Hello my beautiful people, and welcome to Fun in the Kitchen with April. And today we're going to make snickerdoodles. Now that'll be something fun to do with the kids, especially during the holidays, and make them love cooking too. So why not make some snickerdoodles? Okay, so these are some of the things we're going to need to make our snickerdoodles. So we're going to need 1 stick of softened butter, 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 1/3 cup of flour. Now I've also put into the flour 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and also 1 teaspoon of baking soda already. So I've put that in there, and I'm gonna mix that up in a minute. Okay. And we also have 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so what we want to do, as always, when we're making our base, we want to go ahead and add the sugar and the butter in there together. Okay, so this is what we do all the time when we're making our base, because again, we are baking cookies from scratch. So we want to go ahead and get that butter in there. That's softened butter. And put that in there. And then we're going to go ahead and put the sugar in there as well. And let that blend up for about a minute or so. Okay, where is my sugar? I'm going to put that in there. And as I always say, I am going to start on my stir speed. Just like that, because I want to make sure that nothing starts to fly around. Okay? So we're going to keep it on that stir speed for a little while. And you know, again, I am jamming to my Mary J. Blige. If you hear the music in the background, you know that's my girl. And I'm gonna bring it up to level 2 of the speed, and we're gonna let that mix up for about a minute. And like I said, this is a really good recipe to do with the kids. You know, let them get in the kitchen, let them start to enjoy cooking. So as they get older, it won't seem like a chore to them. Let them do some of these fun things. And hey, again, we have the holidays coming up. Let them pitch in with the holidays. Go ahead and let them make these desserts. You know, and you're going to have family coming in town, you know. So why not? Why not get them in there? Okay, so next, what we're going to do, I am going to add my egg and my vanilla to this mixture. So I'm gonna throw that right on in there. And again, you always want to break your egg first into a separate bowl, because you don't, you know, you may end up with shells sometimes. You know how the shells pop up in there sometimes, and we don't want the shells in our dish. So we go ahead and crack them in another bowl first. There we go. And we want to make sure all that vanilla is in there. So I'm going to turn it back on and let that get nice and mixed up. As you can see, I have my spatula in my hand, because you know I'm going to scrape the sides. So let's get that all mixed up in there real good. And while that's mixing, what I'm going to do, if you can see me, I'm going to take the back of this spatula, and I'm going to mix up my baking powder, my flour, and my cinnamon in here. I want to mix that up together. That's what we're going to do. There we go. Get that all mixed up together, because I want to make sure that I have those ingredients, because these are my dry ingredients. So I might as well just go ahead and mix up my dry ingredients together, right? So when you make yours, I want you to do it the same way. Mix your baking soda and your cinnamon in there. Oh, and I forgot to put the salt in here. I knew there was something missing. So, and I'm going to give that another little mix there. Get that salt mixed in there. Okay? There we go. And you see the color of the flour has changed to like a light brown because of the cinnamon that we have in there. Okay. So now, what we're going to do, because I still have my mixer on a low speed, I am going to gradually mix in my flour as I've shown you before. Mix that in there. And I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. You know, sometimes when I'm pouring things in, it gets noisy. But that's okay. That is okay. And we're just going to let that mix. And we're going to pour a little bit more. There we go. And we'll get those, we'll get that flour that's on the side there. But I just want to continue to add this in slowly. And I'm on a low speed. I'm only on number 2 of my speed. So if you have a hand mixer, do this on the low speed because you don't want the flour to just end up flying everywhere. Okay? And I've also preheated my oven to 375 because that's what we need for this to cook on. 375. Okay? So I've already preheated my onion. So we're ready for that when we're ready with our dough. Okay. And I'm going to add a little bit more. I don't know about you all, but you know, the holidays are coming. They really are. And I love the holidays. I do. But sometimes I do get a little sad because my mom passed away in 1994. So sometimes, you know, I get a little sad because I miss her. And I wish I could spend more holidays with her. I wish she could have seen my son and spent some holidays with him. But you know, it is what it is. Such is life. And we move on. But I love the holidays. And you know something? The holidays is like, that's that time when everyone is really, really nice. Even people who are typically mean, they're nice during that time of the year. So that's why I enjoy it so much. But me, I'm nice all the time. So if you know me personally, you know I'm nice all year long. This is just me. Yes. And I'm still adding, as you can see, gradually. But I would like for you to comment below and let me know some of your holiday traditions that you like to do. I mean, this is just such a fun time of year, and you get to see family and friends that you haven't seen in years, you know. So this is a really, really fun time of year, and I just love it. You know. So tell me what are some of the things you do and some of your traditions, and even some of the things you like to cook up during the holidays. There we go. We're getting that flour mixture on in there. We are getting it on in there. And I'm going to scrape, once I'm done, I'm going to scrape around the sides because I want to make sure that I have everything in there. Yep. And you probably see that I have another little bowl with sugar and cinnamon in it. And that is like 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon in that bowl. And the reason why we did that is because when you're getting ready to bake these Snickerdoodles, you're going to have to roll the dough in that mixture first before we actually put it on our cookie sheet to bake. So I just separated some sugar and cinnamon so that we can roll our dough in there. Now I'm going to go ahead, turn this off, and I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl because I want to make sure that I get everything in there. There we go. No more love without a limit. That's my girl, Mary. Okay, so I'm scraping the sides of the bowl because I want to get every bit of this cookie dough into this mixture. I want all the ingredients in here. I don't want anything left on the side not mixed in. So this is just to ensure that everything is in this mixture, in this dough, because we want to make sure everything gets in there. And you know, being that we're coming up on Halloween, this is also a nice recipe to make with the kids for Halloween. You know, now you probably can't give them out to the other kids in the neighborhood, but your kids, you can make these with your kids, and this is a nice treat for them. And we're just going to let that mix up a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do, I am going to allow for our dough to rest in the refrigerator for 10 minutes, okay? So we're going to continue to let that mix, and then I'm going to let this dough rest for 10 minutes in the refrigerator. And then we'll put it on our cookie sheets and we'll let it bake. Okay, so now that our dough has rested in the refrigerator for 10 minutes, I am going to take my tablespoon and make round balls. Now remember, we want to go ahead and roll our dough in there when we make these round balls. Okay, so I'm going to do this. If you can see me, I am going to do this, and then I'm going to just roll it around in the sugar and the cinnamon mixture, and then I'm going to place it on our cookie sheet that has parchment paper on there. Okay, because that's what you want to use. Okay, and we're not spraying the cookie sheet or anything. We are just using this parchment paper and cooking the cookies on that. Okay, and once I have my rolls, my little cookie balls, I'm going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes, and then we can let them cool, then we can eat them. And it's that simple. And this is all you're doing. You're rolling it. This is all you're doing right here. You just want to roll it in this mixture of sugar and cinnamon. That's it. That's all you're doing. That's it. And you put it right there. Okay? So I'm going to do one more for you. And I know my balls aren't even, but that's okay. You know? And you just want to shape them like that. And roll it around in this sugar and cinnamon. That's all you're going to do. And then put it on your cookie sheet. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to finish making the rest of them. And then once it's done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I am back, and here are our Snickerdoodles. And I gotta tell you, they look amazing and they smell amazing. But you know what? You know what? My handsome son is going to try a Snickerdoodle for you guys, and he's going to let you know just how good this Snickerdoodle is. So give me a second. Let me get him so he can get a cookie. Hold on. All right. He is going to tell you how good these cookies are. They smell amazing. Talk to you too. Let him know how good it is. And see, cinnamon is his favorite. You want to talk to them?
I like it.
You like it? Mm-hmm. Cinnamon is your favorite, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What kind of cookie is that?
Snickerdoodle.
All right, people, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and also press the notification bell so that you know when the next good recipe is coming for you. And this is my son eating up the Snickerdoodles. And we'll see you later. Bye.